Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This is the Cartoon Man 13 here, right here on the Cartoon Man 13 YouTube channel, right here on Wham! Reviews, Reactions, and Rants. And welcome to episode 6 of Girl Power, where I'll be watching the first 2 episodes of the second volume of RWBY, followed by the 6 episodes of Miraculous, Totally Spies, Witch, Winx Club, and Star versus the Forces of Evil. Alright, so, of course, we're going to start things off with RWBY. Now, the first volume of RWBY was really good. I really liked it a lot. Some fun action. Yeah, okay. Likeable characters, interesting story, good animation from a smaller, company, good music, good voice acting, solid action scenes, some pretty funny humor that I got some good chuckles out of. And it did offer quite some new interesting things to the table, like the Transformers Light, as I like to call them, the weapons. Transformers Light. But, like, that's the weapons to me. Transformers Light. It did offer some interesting stuff to the table. Even the weapons is interesting characters. I, the weapons, they're pretty cool. The weapons that they carry. Yeah, I do like the 4 lead girls in RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. At least the first volume I did. And I can't wait to start up with the second volume of RWBY. I think that it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I think that it's going to be a whole lot of fun to begin watching the second season of RWBY. And yeah. Alright, so I'm watching it on Disney Plus. There's going to be some commercials at the beginning and throughout it. Um, I'm going to hit play and then I'll tell you guys to do the same thing as soon as the commercial breaks is over, alright? Alright, so yeah. I believe that I've said for long enough. I know, like, I'm 3 minutes into the stream. But yeah, anyways, I'm looking forward to watching the second volume of RWBY. The first volume was solid. I thought the first volume was really good. And I'm hoping that this goodness continues with the second volume of RWBY. And yeah, anyways, like I said earlier, I'm watching it on Disney Plus. There's commercials on it at the beginning and throughout. I'm gonna hit play on my end, and then I'll tell you guys to do the same thing. As soon as the commercial breaks is over, then I'll tell you guys to hit play. All right. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get started with the second volume of RWBY. All right. So yeah, this is the first episode of the second volume of RWBY. And I'm gonna watch the first 2 episodes of Volume 2. And yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play, and then when the commercial breaks is over, I'll tell you guys to do the same thing. All right, so yeah, here we go. I'm gonna hit play right about now. And then I'll tell you guys to do the same thing as soon as the commercials is over. All right, so yeah. All right, yeah. There's commercials at the beginning. All right. So yeah. All right. So yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. Pressing play. Okay. Starts off with a view of the school, newly reopened, or rather, I believe that that's the library. I remember that from the beginning of the first volume. Okay. This girl with lime green hair. Okay. All right. Trying to turn this up because I could barely like hear it. Ah, can't do it for some reason. Ah. There we go. Okay. Violet's Garden, like Violet Evergarden, that show that's on Netflix. It's an anime that's on Netflix. Haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Anyways, back to this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Also advertising. Alright. Okay. Oh, he's like Wolverine almost. Instead of claws coming out here, it's like his nails. Reminds me of Wolverine a little bit. Like Isabella from Phineas and Ferb. What you doing? Oh my goodness. Best day ever activities. Really? Like combine Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King Jr.? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You gonna turn? Oh. Like it's quiet, but it's kind of loud. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Commercials. Okay. Commercials. Oh my goodness. More and more commercials. Oh my goodness. All right. And the commercial, press play. Like top secret, like if you want to keep it a secret, then why are you telling your friend about it? What if he wants to reveal it to the world? Oh, what? Obviously, a food fight must be going on. Okay. Oh my god. Food fight. My god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Using like turkey or like chicken or whatever, like boxing gloves. Using like this long, bread, like using like subs. Taking out watermelons. Oh my goodness. Using it as swords. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Using the tray as like a surfboard. Man. Oh my goodness. Did you like squash the app? Oh my god. There's so much stuff going on. Oh my goodness. Oh my. There's so much stuff going on. Using a freaking swordfish is like literally a sword. Oh my god. Again, the gloves, the boxing gloves, there's just so much using celery. Oh my god. Mm. Oh man. must be durable plates, really strong plates. Cause oh my goodness, because the plates they're not breaking. Oh my goodness, the plates isn't breaking. Oh my goodness, what? So much going on. Oh, she's like using the force. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, like a food tornado. Oh my goodness. And they're all screwed. They're screwed. Oh my goodness. There you go. That's a work of art right there. Fixing everything back where it was. Oh my goodness. Man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm surprised that they didn't expel him for that. Like, really? They just let it go because they're kids. Looks like a lighter. I think. I don't know. But anyways, there's commercials. Oh, I already got a like. Yeah, alright. Yeah, anyways, yeah, commercials. But yeah, that was a really cool food fight. I gotta admit. I gotta admit that was a pretty good food fight. And the commercials press play. Oh my. Well, must be a new intro. Oh my goodness. Like, this must be a new intro. RWBY. Yeah. Alright, well, okay. That was the end of that episode. Uh, anyway, um, there we go. And just, alright, there we go. Just fixing up my little setup here. So hopefully I'll turn it up and down, but anyways, that was an interesting, first episode of season, of, volume 2, rather, of RWBY. We got ourselves a cool little food fight. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised that they didn't get expelled for it. Like literally, I'm that surprised. I'm surprised that they didn't get expelled for it. But yet somehow, some way, they were able to get away with it all scot free just because they're kids. Cool food fight, but surprised that they didn't get expelled for it. Alright, so yeah, I'll do a little more brief in-depth, like a brief in-depth review as soon as I finish up with the second episode. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and watch the second episode of the second volume of RWBY. Again, I'm watching on Disney Plus. There's going to be commercials at the beginning and throughout it. I'm going to hit play and then I'll tell you guys to do the same thing. Alright, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna hit play on my end right now. And you guys do the same thing as soon as the commercials is over, alright? Because there's commercials on my end. Three, two, one, and press and play. Yeah, that's the volume. That's the new intro that they did. Yeah. RWBY. Yeah. Commercials. Yeah, that's Freaky Earth Friday, the sequel to Freaky Friday. The Lindsay Lohan version. Like, you make a sequel to Freaky Friday, I believe that it was, what, 22 years ago that the first movie came out? Over 20 years ago, and now over 20 years later, 22 years later, you make a sequel. Alright, alright, alright. And a commercial, press play. Did I hear her say Earl James? Like, oh my goodness. Like James Earl Jones? May he rest in peace. Dialogue's a bit quiet. Okay. Playing a card game. Uh, is this like their version of Battleship? You sunk my ship. Just like you killed my monster. We got Team RWBY playing like a card game, like their version of Battleship. While you got Team Juniper just sleeping. Oh my goodness. Of course. Something got thrown at right onto John. You even post to do that? Really? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I got it all wrong. It's like their version of Battleship meets like a card game. Instead of you sunk my battleship, it's you destroyed my kingdom. Oh my goodness. I know that I said monsters earlier, but it's the kingdoms. After paying more attention to it. Anyways, back to this. Yeah, son, that's the monkey tail guy's name. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Couldn't really tell. Oh, okay, commercials. Couldn't really tell if there wasn't nothing wrong with these people. I mean, well, we did see it in the first episode. So it's obvious to us, the audience, that they're bad guys. So it should have been obvious to RWBY, kinda. Don't know why it wouldn't be. I'm just saying. After a pretty exciting food fight in the first episode of the second volume, this is your follow-up episode. And the commercial press play. And it's the end of the episode. Alright. Yeah, fan art of RWBY, like a poster. Oh my goodness. Um. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, that was a solid double header. I like the first episode a little bit more. I mean, the second episode, further develops, like what's going on with the characters and the board game that they're playing. But the first episode, oh man, what a food fight! What a food fight that they did in the first episode. Man, I gotta give you guys two thumbs up. Siskel and Ebert style, or even Ebert and Roper. They're two guys that I watch a whole lot back in the day. I mean, as a kid, I mainly remember Ebert and Roper, but I'm watching, episodes of their show on YouTube, and I still do watch. I'm like, I don't think there's not really no single day that passes by that I don't watch, past reviews of Siskel and Ebert on YouTube. Like, I, there's a reason why they're hailed as two of the greatest movie critics of all time. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Uh, I gotta give you guys thumbs up for the food fight. Uh, that was a really fun food fight in in the first episode. Really unique food fight. I mean, I haven't really seen a food fight like this, so it's unique on that front. And the story continues to be interesting in the second volume. Okay. Uh, Animation continues to look good for animation continues to look good from an indie studio. Animation continues to look good from an indie studio. Music continues to be solid. I'm actually quite digging the new intro. Good story, good characters, continuing on from the first season, both old and new characters. Good voice acting. Some I guess funny humor. I mean, maybe I got like a minor chuckle or two. Inventive ideas that they bring new to the table, and an awesome food fight on the first episode. So yeah, I I actually didn't mind these 2 episodes. I mean, I don't think that the second volume will be as good as the first volume, but I think that it'll still be a decent, worthwhile volume. I'll give this thing a great hit rating. Alright, so yeah, I give the first 2 episodes of the second volume of RWBY a great hit rating. Alright, so yeah, that's gonna do it for RWBY for tonight. I'll definitely watch, let's see. I'll definitely watch the next 2 episodes of RWBY, Volume 2. I'll definitely do it tomorrow night to hopefully continue on with the story of RWBY. And, yeah, anyways, next up, we got Miraculous. Now, Miraculous, I mean, I don't mind Miraculous, but it's starting to get a little bit better. But, I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's not the worst. I can watch Miraculous. I mean, I can watch it. I can say that it's slightly above average. Like it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. There's a lot worse, but then again, there's a lot better. Like series I'm gonna watch later on tonight, which I do find a whole lot better than Miraculous, but that's just my opinion, though. But Miraculous is next, and I'll watch that. Good animation for a TV show, a CGI animated show. Decent music that fit the scenes good. Well, the story and characters they do enough for me to continue watching. Good voice acting, a little bit of funny humor, some good action. They do bring sometimes they do bring new creative stuff to the table, but I don't think that it's really too often that they do that. But I still find it to be an above average show that I don't mind. But I'm just gonna go ahead and watch the next episode of Miraculous. Alright, so yeah, alright, so yeah, I'm watching it on Disney Plus, so there's gonna be commercials throughout it, at the beginning and throughout the episode, and yeah. Anyways, let's just go ahead and watch the 6th episode of Miraculous. Alright, so yeah, this is episode 6 of Miraculous. I'll tell you guys when to hit play. I'll tell you guys when to hit play, and then I'm going to hit play on my end right about now. I'll tell you guys to do the same thing as soon as the commercial breaks is over. Alright. Alright. 3, 2, 1, and press in. Oh, there's another commercial. Never mind. Alright. 3, 2, 1, and press and play. Yeah. I'm hoping that later on I'll get to a much better series like Witch. And Miraculous, there it is. Lady Wi-Fi, that's the name of the episode. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Probably out saving the world as Ladybug. Yeah, they were out saving. Bravo, Ladybug. Really? And now that she's back to her normal civilian form, oh my goodness. Bringing up Wizard of Oz, oh my goodness. Classic movie. Somewhere over the rainbow, off to see the wizard. Yeah, that was a classic movie from back in the day. Almost 100-year-old movie. Almost. More like almost a 90-year-old movie because, 2029. Uh, but yeah, almost a 90-year-old movie. She's sweet but a psycho? Oh my goodness, that song. Freaking song by Ava Max. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho. Psycho. My. Alright. Yeah, that friggin' song. Run, don't walk away. Alright, that song. And now she's screaming, my. Oh my goodness. Now you got me singing that song. What a top reaction. There's Lady Wi-Fi. reason why she left this door unlocked was because she lost her signal. That's why she wasn't able to, you know, lock it. Looks like there was a signal there. Like pause buttons like that. Yeah, breaking her phone. Breaking all these phones. Except for the phone that she's got. Oh my goodness. Of course. Like, try busting through. Whenever a door's locked, then try to bust through the door. Like, she can just, like through that, and, like, she can just, like, do a camera, or, like a pause button. Like, she can just do it like that. She's trying to expose the mask. Top Cat, like that show. Honestly, Top Cat, that's my favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Love that show. I like the Jetsons. I like the Flintstones. I don't mind Scooby Doo. I like Yogi Bear, but Top Cat's always been my favorite Hanna-Barbera cartoon. I feel like it's a bit underrated compared to Jetsons, Flintstones, Yogi Bear, Scooby Doo, all those other shows. Anyways, back to this. Commercials. Okay. All throughout this episode, uh, Ollie is just trying to figure out the real Ladybug. The real Ladybug could be anybody. I don't know who, but they could be this person or this person or this person. At first, she thought that it was Chloe, but then she's trying to take off the real Ladybug's mask. She can't do it because Ladybug says that it's magic. She still wants to know more info about the real Ladybug and who the real Ladybug just happens to be. It could very well be anybody. I don't know who, but it could be this person. It could be this person. Could be this person. Could be this person. I don't know. I don't know. Still more commercials. There's still more commercials. All right, ended commercials. Press play. She ain't nothing without the signal. Oh my goodness. Breaking that phone just to release the Akuma. Oh my. Like, was she able to like change the photo through like AI? Anyways, it was what this was just this was a mid episode at best. Honestly, it barely offered this episode barely offered anything new to the table compared to like other episodes. This series, well, this episode at least, didn't really offer nothing new, but like, okay, like maybe the lady Wi-Fi powers are cool because she can do this, she can do this, like she can like set up like a camera or a lock. Okay, that's cool, I guess. But anyways, that's really the most unique thing that came out of this episode. That's really the most unique. It's really the most unique thing that they could come up with for this episode. But other than that, it's kind of run of the mill. It's kind of like it's a bit cliche, and it's at the end of the day, I to be honest, I kind of didn't care for this episode. I mean, yes, it was nice that okay, cool. She can Lady Wi-Fi can do this. That's cool. That's cool. But I just didn't think that like the concept of the episode sounded cool, but the way that it was executed, I don't know. I just didn't care for it. I just didn't care for it. Story and characters, they just kind of feels a little bit blasé and bit cliche that we've seen millions upon millions of times. That you can't put no original twist to these characters. I mean, this episode kind of made Ladybug and Cat Noir really uninteresting characters. Like, for the longest time, like, I've debated on whether or not I should continue on with this series. I mean, RWBY's doing stuff that's actually making me want to continue watching the show. Totally Spies is doing that. W.I.T.C.H is most certainly doing that. And I'd say that Star vs. the Forces of Evil is also doing that too. All of these shows are coming up with new ideas, new fresh ideas that make me want to continue to watch the show. Miraculous isn't really doing that. And to be honest, neither is Winx Club. Honestly, I might drop these two shows. Like, maybe I'll like, I'm being like dead serious. I'll give these shows at least one more chance tomorrow night. And if I don't care for them, then I may consider dropping them. I may consider dropping Miraculous. I may consider dropping Winx Club and just get it down to 2 hours and just get my stream over with. With RWBY, Totally Spies, W.I.T.C.H, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Because they're the four shows that's actually doing things that make me want to watch the show more. Like those episodes, like those shows, especially W.I.T.C.H, they're doing a lot of things that make me want to continue to watch the show. Miraculous isn't doing that. Winx Club's not really doing it either, so I may just drop Miraculous. I'll give the two shows one more chance tomorrow night, and if I don't like them, then I'll drop them and move on. I'll continue to watch RWBY. I'll continue to watch Totally Spies. More than certainly continue to watch W.I.T.C.H. And I'll also continue on with Star vs. the Forces of Evil. But yeah, in the end, the more that I thought of it, the more that I just didn't care for this episode of Miraculous. I didn't care for it. It barely offered anything, unique to the table. Like, Lady Wi-Fi, they got like a cool idea for her, like when she does this, like she pauses and then she locks, then she's got a camera, and okay, that's cool. I just wish that the execution could have been handled a little bit better. I mean, this episode kind of made Ladybug and Cat Noir really uninteresting characters. Really uninteresting. And it's disappointing, too, because they were decent characters throughout most of the show, but this episode didn't really do them much no justice. But, yeah, this episode's not making them no justice. Uh, but yeah, kind of a cliche story that we've seen like billions of times that we haven't like that that we've seen upon millions of times. Cliche story, uninteresting characters. I mean, solid premise for an episode, but I just wish that the execution could have been better. But yeah, typical story, cliche story. Yeah, cliche story, uninteresting characters, good animation, decent music, good voice acting. The action scenes, they're whatever, like we've seen it thousands of times. In the end, I just didn't care for this episode. This episode was pretty weak. Uh, I'm gonna give this episode a weak hit rating. Alright, so yeah, this episode of Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir gets a weak hit rating for me. And it sucks that this series is going in that direction, because I got some high hopes for this series, and for the most part, it kind of met those. But then with this episode, it went downhill. Like, Miraculous is just going downhill. It went downhill way too fast. Which sucks, because I thought that this was a decent show, but this episode was pretty freaking weak and below average. So yeah, for the most part, thumbs down. Alright, yeah, it's just a weak episode of Miraculous in my opinion. I may consider dropping the show. It was just weak. This was the weakest episode of Miraculous that I've seen so far. It's disappointing because I thought that the series was decent, but this episode didn't do it no justice. So yeah, I may consider dropping Miraculous. Like, I've been giving the series multiple chances and it's been decent, but this episode was just weak. Weak sauce. Uh, yeah. I'm kind of repeating myself. I should probably just move on from Miraculous and just move on to, in my opinion, a better show. Totally Spies. Totally Spies is doing a lot of things better than Miraculous or even Winx Club. Ruby's doing more stuff than Miraculous or Winx Club. Uh, I can honestly say that even Star vs. the Forces of Evil is doing more unique things than Miraculous or Winx Club. I really do feel that way. I mean, my face itches a lot. I mean, my face is kind of, Miraculous was so weak that it's making my face itch. But anyways, yeah, Miraculous was just a weak episode. That was just a weak episode of Miraculous. I may just consider dropping this series, calling it quits. I may watch the series on my own, not as a reaction, but I may just watch the series on my own time, and I may consider dropping it from Girl Power. Same thing with Winx Club. Same thing with Winx Club. They're not really doing much of nothing to impress me. But yeah, of all the shows that I'm watching for Girl Power, which is definitely my favorite. Like, which I can continue to keep watching. I can continue to keep. I might as well just watch the whole series, binge the whole series like that. But I'm doing this instead. I got a whole lot of other series to get to. And yeah. Anyways, speaking of moving on, I gotta move on with this show. Enough of the weak Miraculous, and let's just get to a better show. Totally Spies. Now, Totally Spies is actually doing a lot of good things. Like, I'm Totally Spies is already more impressive than Miraculous or even Winx Club. I'd be more than happy to watch Totally Spies right now, because Totally Spies is actually unique. Totally Spies actually does some unique stuff that we haven't really seen before. I really do like the three lead girls better than Ladybug and Cat Noir. I like the three lead girls better than either Ladybug or Cat Noir. I like the three girls in Totally Spies better than Ladybug and Cat Noir. I just think that they're better characters. I just think that they're more interesting characters in Totally Spies, and the gadgets, they're cool too. So yeah, so far I'm actually liking Totally Spies. I mean, is it perfect? No, but is it fun to watch? Yes. A lot more fun than Miraculous as of lately. All right, so yeah, I'm hoping that this episode don't disappoint me, and I'm sure that it won't disappoint me. But yeah, I mean, I've been liking the animation, decent music, good story and characters, good voice acting, good humor and action. I've been liking Totally Spies so far. Now, Totally Spies is real girl power compared to Miraculous or even Winx Club. Like with Ladybug, at least she needs Cat Noir, who's a boy, a male, to help her out. Don't know why I elected. I guess that it's because Ladybug's more of the main character than Cat Noir. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But but yeah. I just don't know why I did it. So yeah. I mean, I mean, with with Miraculous and Winx Club, I mean, I wouldn't really call these shows true girl power, but honestly, I just yeah, I wouldn't really show it to my. I mean, I haven't got no kids, but if I did, and if it was a daughter, then I probably wouldn't show her Miraculous or Winx Club. I'd show her Totally Spies. I showed her Witch. I'd show her Star versus the Forces of Evil. Even maybe as she's older, then maybe I'd show her RWBY. But Miraculous and Winx Club, not so much. Like RWBY, that's true girl power right there. Totally Spies is true girl power. Which is true girl power. Really true girl power. I can even say that Star vs. the Forces of Evil's true girl power. Like they actually show what a female can really do. They can be just as awesome as guys. Like Miraculous or Winx Club, especially Miraculous, because it's a guy and a girl. I wouldn't really call those shows true girl power, but anyways, I believe that I've been blabbering on and on and on long enough. I just want to get to the next series right here, Totally Spies. Um, I've repeated myself so many times, probably, but yeah, I'm just gonna move on. The show must go on. Anyways, next series, Totally Spies, which is a better show than Miraculous or even Weeks. So, anyways, I'm probably repeating myself. Anyway, let's move on. Totally Spies. I'm watching on YouTube, so there's probably gonna be commercials at the beginning and throughout it. And yeah, unlike Disney Plus, I can actually skip through these commercials because it's YouTube. I can skip through ads on YouTube. But yeah, Totally Spies. I'm liking the show so far. I do. I like the story. I like the characters. I do like the three lead girls. They've each got their own unique personalities to them. Animation, music, they're decent. Solid enough voice acting. Good humor and action. Yeah, I do like Totally. I'm actually quite digging Totally Spies quite a bit. Rewatching it after I saw a couple episodes when I was younger, when I believe that it was on Cartoon Network back in the day. I did watch them, but it's nice to relive the series again, especially now that I'm able to watch it in its entirety. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Totally Spies in its entirety. Maybe I might relive some episodes that I saw when I was younger. But anyways, let's just go ahead and watch Totally Spies, alright? I'm looking forward to watching this. More so than Miraculous. More so than Winx Club. Yeah, probably not as much as Witch, but definitely more than Miraculous or Winx Club. Alright, so yeah, let's just go ahead and watch episode 6 of Totally Spies. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm watching this on YouTube, so there's probably gonna be commercials throughout and at the beginning of that. And yeah, anyways, yeah, let's just go ahead and watch the 6th episode of Totally Spies. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play right about now, and I'll tell you guys to do the same thing as soon as the commercials is over. Alright, 3, 2, 1, press in play. Marathon, that's probably the company that made it. Okay. Yeah, it's Holy Spies. 9:48 p.m. Bora Bora. Name's that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just these alien type creatures going through all these different people. I was just checking up on something on my laptop, but anyways, back to this. The Eraser, Totally Spies. 10:35 a.m. Beverly Hills High School. Of course, the girl who was always jealous of the main characters. Can a girl really, well, maybe, but like, yeah, I guess that I can see that happening. But maybe if a girl was able to power well enough, then she can get herself out while that thing's still spinning. Anyways, Bora Bora, like their version of the Copacabana. Of course, the alien. Okay. Oh my goodness. Nice little air conditioner thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 2 p.m. Bora Bora. Oh my goodness. Like normally in like an anime or whatever, like a harem anime protagonist, they'd be like too afraid to rub a girl's back. It makes their nose bleed. Like it'll give the girl the sexual feeling. Surprised that didn't happen here. I mean, this isn't an anime, but it's got the look of it though, and it's got some characteristics of it. But anyways, back to this. It's more of a kid-friendly show, totally Spies, which is why there's not really no sexual feeling. But anyways, back to this. There's more of those creatures. So the creatures is obviously working for this guy right here who wants $1 million to buy his like home, his HQ or whatever. Oh my goodness. Just like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, like 6 p.m., whatever that said.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
First off, I apologize for that. I got all these different things happening. This is what happens when you live with somebody, and this is also what happens when you bring up technology that's got the same name to a certain wrestler. Just like how Bliss and Charlotte Flair aren't friends, but they're the women's tag team champions on WWE right now. At least that's what the storyline's making them out to be. Commercials. Like in the middle of like an action scene, regardless, when they were riding their motorcycles, and wasn't too afraid to admit that I do live with somebody, as you just probably heard. That's the hardest thing, you know. Anyways, commercial break almost over. Three, two, one, and press and play. You just try to keep the best that you possibly could to keep quiet while you're not disturbing them. I'm trying, but obviously my voice is a bit too loud for that person. But anyways, back to this. Don't let that distract you now. Don't let a hot guy distract you from your mission. Maybe the guy that they're chasing after, maybe he's part of the whole, situation. Memory wiped out? Okay. Sam's Sam's kind of a dumb character. I mean, she's supposed to be the leader. Like in an earlier episode that I reacted to, she let a toy, hit her, and she acted like a kid. Now she's got her memory lost because that blob hit her. Kind of a dumb character who falls for these tricks up the bad guys' sleeves. 1:13 p.m. somewhere under the Pacific. I'm quite surprised. I mean, Clover and Alex. I mean, oh my goodness. 8:20 p.m. New York City, NYC, baby. Mhm. Clover and Alex just came into contact with the blob and they didn't lose their memories, but yet somehow, some way, Sam, when she made contact with it, she lost her memory. I don't understand how that works, but okay. Clover's just being an absolute show off. Did Sam regain back her memory after making contact with the block? Well, I guess that Sam still lost her memory. Just cut off her hair. Cool. Sam gets her memories back. Oh, oh my goodness. Holy Spies. 11:10 a.m. Beverly Hills High School. Beverly High? Um, of course, Mandy finds out that they're spies, and of course, that's why they used the memory thing. Not a bad episode. Definitely better than the other episode. Definitely better than the Miraculous episode, I'll say that. Definitely better than the Miraculous episode. That's why the episode's called The Eraser, because it erases people's memories. Uh, but, good episode. Good episode. Though, this is like the second time that Sam fell for, like, a villain's tricks. Because remember, when I did another episode, like, a while back, she was grabbing a toy, and the toy messed with her, and she acted like a kid, and now this episode she loses her memories. Oh my goodness. Like, Sam's supposed to be the leader of this group, but she always gets herself in these situations. Like, I don't understand it. Uh, I mean, these past couple episodes, they've been making her kind of dumb and stupid. I mean, I still do like the other two girls, Alex and Clover. They're a little bit smarter than the leader for some reason, even though the leader's supposed to be the smartest of the bunch. I don't know. I mean, I still do like the three lead girls, but Sam's starting to kind of worry me a little bit. Uh, because of how stupid that she can be sometimes. Um, yeah, other than Sam being stupid for the second time, uh, good animation, decent, whatever music, good story and characters, good voice acting, good action. Yeah, I give this episode I'll give it a great hit rate. Alright, so yeah, this episode of Totally Spies hits a great hit rate for me. Way better than Miraculous, which I gave a freaking weak hit rating to. But anyways, next series, yes, it's my favorite of the bunch. My favorite out of all the girl power series, Witch. Yes, Witch. Witch has been the most interesting to me. It's got the most interesting story. It's got the most interesting characters. I really do like the five lead girls. Uh, I really do like the five lead girls. They've each got their own personality. I'm really digging the story. I'm really digging the world of Witch. Good animation for a TV show. Decent music besides the crappy opening theme. Like, if you get past the opening theme, then this series is really good. But yeah, good animation, good music. Besides the crappy opening theme. Good story and good character. Really good story, really good characters. Uh, Good voice acting, really solid action. Yeah, I'm really digging Witch. I like the villain that they face off that they turns into a snake. Like kind of like a snake. He's cool. He's cool. I like him. Uh I mean the guy who sounds like a Caleb, I believe that's the character's name. He sounds like a higher pitched version of Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Uh I mean, part of me wonders if Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of ripped off Witch, because you got like a guy who sounds. I mean, Grant, the guy in Caleb sounds a bit higher pitched than Zuko, but similar voices, and you got characters that can bend different elements, like the five lead girls in Witch. Like, you can bend air, you can bend earth, you can bend water, you can bend fire. Like, that which believe it or not, which actually did that first, and then Avatar, The Last Airbender did afterwards. Like, this series first aired in 2004, and I just can't stress it enough. And Avatar came out a year later, 2005. The Last Airbender, Avatar: The Last Airbender came out a year later in 2005. But which came out first in 2004. So, I mean, Avatar's a really good show. I really do like Avatar: The Last Airbender, but after watching Witch, part of me wonders if Avatar ripped off Witch. Like, oh, it must have been like a pure coincidence. But yeah, I mean, I still really do like Avatar. I do think that it's a solid cartoon from Nickelodeon. But but since Witch came out first, I was like, Avatar probably must have ripped off a lot of stuff from Wedge, like from a similar sounding, character, whether it be Caleb and Witch or Zuko from Avatar. Characters that can bend elements. I mean, like, I don't know. But I'm really digging Witch either way, and as much how many times that Avatar: The Last Airbender did rip off Witch. I mean, they're both good shows. I really do like them, but honestly, Witch came out first, and it seems more of a bit of an underdog compared to Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I believe that I may like Witch a little bit more, but Avatar: The Last Airbender is still a really good cartoon, in my opinion. But yeah, enough of the Witch Avatar comparisons. Uh, let's just move on to my favorite series in Girl Power that I'm doing for Girl Power right now, which is Witch. Really digging the story, really digging the characters, especially the five leads. Yeah, I'm really digging this show, and I just can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch. I believe that we're on episode 6 of the show now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it. I'm watching on YouTube, There's probably going to be commercials throughout and at the before the episode starts, and I'll let you guys know when to hit play. And yeah, anyways, I'm gonna hit play, and as soon as the commercial's over, then you guys go ahead and hit play. All right. So yeah, I'm watching it on YouTube, and yeah. Anyways, let's just go ahead and watch Witch. All right. So yeah, this is yeah, we're gonna go ahead and watch episode 6 of Witch. All right. So yeah, this is the 6th episode of Witch. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play right now. Now, and I'll tell you guys to do the same thing. You guys do the same thing. 3, 2, 1, press and play. Yeah, not too good of a theme song. Sorry, the rest of your show's good, it's just that your intro kind of sucks. The Labyrinth, that's the name of the episode. Man, this guy's a clumsy teacher. She's the only girl that failed. Oh my goodness. The goblin character, I can take or leave the goblin character. Like, this world's new to him, and I can take him or leave him. He's not the worst character ever. I'd honestly take the goblin over maybe the bunny rabbit from Winx Club. Or if you're an anime fan, I'd rather take the goblin. I'd rather take the goblin from Witch over even Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. Yes. I'd rather just take this goblin that I can take or leave rather than a character who screams a lot like Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. Sorry, Demon Slayer fans. I know that I keep harping on your favorite show, but I just didn't care for Demon Slayer. I just thought that it was below average at best. I only watched the first season. I only watched the Mugen movie. In the end, I just didn't care for it. Nice animation, nice opening theme, but not the most interesting story or characters. But I want to watch this now. This is more interesting. Back to this, please. What's that that the goblin just ate? Don't know what it was, but okay. It's like Kermit the Frog almost. And the series makes a reference to cliches. Oh my goodness. I just love when the series pokes fun of cliches. Okay, the goblin's pretty useful in telling the leader which. The, the other four girls are stuck in a labyrinth. I like how they use the sweater to, help determine where they've been at in the maze in the labyrinth. Okay, I haven't really seen that idea been, handled before, but it was nice. Been original. I give the series even more props for that. Okay. The way that she transforms is a bit suggestive for a kid show. You guys agree with me? Looks like a more messed up version of the Wicked Witch of the West from the Wizard of Oz, which Wizard of Oz, second time in a row. My goodness. Two references to the Wizard of Oz in a row. Oh my goodness. Now like a mini wrecking ball? Just like I saw earlier in Hell's Paradise. Like, I gave Hell's Paradise credit for being like, you know, cool, a wrecking ball, but this guy's got a wrecking ball too. Well, it's not really a wrecking ball, it's more like a... Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like this little giant ball, not this little ball with spikes coming out of it. When I looked at it more, honestly, only this ball, only this whip can demolish through things like with a glow on it. Oh my goodness. The wrecking ball in Hell's Paradise was definitely bigger though, so I give the people who made Hell's Paradise that. Like a mini wrecking ball, but yeah, anyways, back to this. Water just like Katara. Fire just like Zuko. Earth like Earth like Toph. Air like Aang. Oh my goodness. Can't believe that the character's name left my mind. Toph. Because she bends Earth. Oh my goodness. She's only in that series that she's blind. She sees with her feet rather than her eyes. But anyways, back to this. like an isekai anime. Oh my goodness. Okay, really good episode. I really like this episode. Uh, I'm really digging the characters. I'm really digging the story. Good animation. Decent music besides the crappy opening theme. Uh, Good action, good humor. What was that other thing that I liked? Okay, good animation. Decent music besides the crappy opening theme. Really good story that I'm digging. Really good characters I'm digging. Good action, good humor. Good voice acting. Uh, so yeah, I really got a kick out of this episode. I'm gonna give this episode a strong hit rating. Alright, so yeah, this episode of Witch gets a strong hit rating from me. Okay, I just face palmed there because next series is my least favorite. Honestly, just like Miraculous, I'd consider, stopping this series too. And that series is Winx Club. Now, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's doing jack squat for me. The series isn't doing much of nothing to appease my interest, and I just don't get the hype for Winx Club. I mean, it's okay. I don't hate it, but it's literally doing jack squat for me right now. I just don't find the characters. I mean, they're not the worst characters ever, but they're not the best written. Story's not the most engaging. I just don't care for Winx Club. I mean, it's okay. I don't hate it, but it's okay. It's okay. I just don't think that it's as good as people are making it out to be. I may consider quitting Winx Club in favor of watching something else. But yeah, I'm gonna give this episode of I'm gonna give Winx Club at least one more try, cause why not? Why not? Good animation, terrible music though. Cliche story and characters. Not the best action, not the best humor. Good voice acting though. It's just decent. It's just okay. And if this episode is jack squat for me, then I may consider dropping it. Just like I'm gonna may consider dropping Miraculous. Alright, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna give this series at least one more try. And if I don't like it, then I'll just drop it along with Miraculous and just let the stream be shorter to 2 hours so that I can just get a straight head through. Like just a straight, further straightforward of a stream. Alright, so yeah. Let's just go ahead and give Winx Club at least one more try. I'm watching on YouTube. There's going to be commercials throughout it and at the beginning before the episode starts. And yeah, I just Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it. Alright, so yeah, let's just go ahead and watch the 6th episode of Winx Club. Alright, so yeah, this is the 6th episode of Winx Club. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. Right. No, okay, hold on. I didn't say play yet. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna hit play right. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna hit play. Right, no. Okay, I'm just. They don't really tell you like the episode, yeah. I'm gonna hit play right now. Now, there we go. There's gonna be commercials. Oh my goodness. Alright, so yeah. 3, 2, 1, and press and play. Terrible theme song. Terrible theme song. I mean, the theme from Witch isn't much no better, but even then, I'd rather take the theme from Witch over the theme from Winx Club. This is honestly worse than the theme. Both theme songs is terrible, but honestly, this is worse. This is an even worse theme song than Witch. At least Witch is a. I'd rather take the theme song from Witch. This is even worse than the theme song to Witch. The theme song to Winx Club is worse than the theme song to Witch. They're both terrible theme songs, but this is worse. And besides, Witch is a much better show anyway than Winx Club, at least in my honest opinion. Anyways, let's just watch this. Mission at Cloudtower. Shrek, Silly Rabbit. Shreks is for kids. What an unoriginal name for your villainous, team. Just like how Okaroon wants his nutsack back, like in Don that I'm watching right now. Don's doing a better job at over the top, as I did last night in the fun anime hour. Don's doing a better job in telling its story, and to be honest, I'd rather watch Don over this. At least Don's starting to handle its over the top better. It's starting to become more comprehensible. At least I'm enjoying the story and characters more. Honestly, I'd rather watch Don over this right now. I mean, I did criticize the show for being too over the top in the beginning, but it's honestly gotten better. Don's getting better as a show. Yeah, the ring that transforms into like a sword or a spear. RWBY honestly did that better. I just rather watch another episode of RWBY right now. RWBY I'd rather watch over Winx Club. Don I'd rather watch over Winx Club. Maybe I might combine Girl Power and the fun anime hour into like a weekly thing on like Fridays and Saturdays. I might consider doing that. Replace Winx Club and Miraculous with My Dress Up Darling and Don. Honestly, the stuff that I'm talking about right now interests me more than what's happening right now on Winx Club. Yeah, the troll's not doing much. He's trying to do like a comedic thing. Find the tricks, rabbit. Silly rabbit tricks is made for kids. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, Stella's finally back with her ring. Her ring that can transform into like a sword or a spear or whatever. Again, RWBY did that concept better. like the Evil Dead, the book with the face that, like, oh my goodness. I'd rather watch the Evil Dead movies over this. Like the Necronomicon, I believe that's what the book was called in those movies. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, Army of Darkness, the Evil Dead remake, even the TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead. I'd rather just watch that over this. This series is making me want to watch better things, and that's usually not a good thing. When you make me want to watch better stuff than I'd rather watch. Commercials. Freaking commercials. Three, two, one, and press and play. Spider here? Oh my goodness. How do you ladies know that it's a dead end? Try busting it open. It's like what I said earlier in Miraculous. Just try and bust the door open. Are you ladies literally that stupid? God. Bloom's on fire. Like she's literally on fire. At least that's what it looked like. Oh, she got out of the fire that fast. Oh my goodness. Like the fire just disappears for some reason. Now they're cashing a contract like Money in the Bank from WWE. Oh my goodness. Like Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and he became the new champion. I believe that it happened at SummerSlam. Yeah, I was right. SummerSlam, which was last weekend. Honestly, I'd rather just watch WWE. Like, Winx Club, you're reminding me so much of other better things I'd rather just watch than your show. You immediately remind me of Witch, because, I was comparing the theme songs earlier. They're both terrible theme songs, but the Winx Club theme song, in my opinion, is worse than the theme song to Witch. They're both terrible, but I'd rather just listen to the theme song to Witch. And besides, Witch is a much better show than Winx Club. Anyway, so I'd rather just watch Witch. I'd rather just watch another episode of Witch rather than Winx Club. I'd rather watch Witch. The Five Girls in Witch is better than the Five Girls in Winx Club. And the fact that both shows begins the title wise with the letters W and I, which Winx Club. Oh my goodness. Yawn, I'm not interested. Oh, I'm just not that interested in it. I may consider dumping this series. I'm just gonna dump the series. Same thing with Miraculous. I just don't find either series that appealing to me. Terrible ending theme. And like I was saying, both Witch and Winx Club features terrible opening themes. But I'd rather take the opening theme from Witch, because the theme song in Winx Club's worse, in my opinion. And besides, Witch is a much better show than Winx Club anyway. So I'd rather just watch Witch. I'd rather just watch, I brought Don earlier. I'd rather just watch another episode of Don. That's a catchy opening theme, by the way. Don. Much better theme than the opening in Winx Club. Like anyway, I'm doing a bad job. I'm butchering it. I the freaking golden nutsack. I'd rather just watch Don. I'd rather just watch Don over Winx Club. I mean, Don I criticize for being over the top, but it's starting to improve. I'm happy to see that Don's improving in its over the top ridiculous storyline. I can enjoy the story more. I do like the characters more of Okaroon and Momo. I'd rather just watch Don over Winx Club. Don's already becoming a better show than Winx Club in my opinion. I'd just rather watch Don. I say I'd rather just watch Witch. I'd rather watch Don. I mentioned earlier the Evil Dead movie. I'd rather watch that. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of other better stuff to watch besides Winx Club. Like so many other things. And the I'd rather just watch more RWBY because the weapons that transform into other stuff. I'd rather just watch RWBY. I'd rather watch RWBY. Yeah. I'd rather watch Witch. I'd rather watch Don. I'd rather watch the Evil Dead movies. I'd rather watch RWBY. I'd rather just watch all that. Anything besides Winx Club. Anything. Or even Miraculous. I mean, anything besides Miraculous or Winx Club right now, I'd rather just watch, including what I'm going to end this episode off of Girl Power with last, Star vs. the Force Evil. Even that I'd just rather watch right now over Winx Club or even Miraculous. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Because it's the series that's going to wrap up our little marathon of Girl Power. I'm watching on Disney Plus. I mean, I got the version with commercials, but there's no commercials on Star vs. the Force Evil. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can just watch Star vs. the Force Evil all the way through without no commercials. Alright, I'm going to bring up my Disney Plus right now. I just rather watch Star vs. the Force Evil, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because it's the last thing to watch before I end this episode of Girl Power off. Yeah, Oh, and let me give my review of Winx Club right now. This was a weak episode. I'm sorry. This is the worst episode so far of Winx Club. Nothing that was that important ever happened in that episode. Nothing. Okay, maybe the dragon's backstory, but even then, I'm like, oh, whatever. I just didn't care for the story. I didn't care for the characters. Good animation, terrible music, decent enough voice acting. blase, boring action and humor. Like this was just a weak episode of Winx Club. It's doing jack squat for me. It's not doing nothing for me to continue to watch the show. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna give Winx Club. This is me being kind to it. I'm just gonna give it a small touch rating. Like if it was a pro wrestler, then it literally just be a small touch. Like it barely misses the opponent, but yeah, I'm I'm gonna give this episode a small touch rating. All right, so yeah, this episode of Winx Club gets a small touch rating from me. It was weak. It was boring. I don't get the appeal for Winx Club, and I guess that I'll never get it. Anyways, let's move on to a much better series. Last series of the night for Girl Power, and that series is Star versus the Forces of Evil. And I can honestly say that Star versus the Forces of Evil does more impressive stuff than either Miraculous or Winx Club. I don't like it as much as Witch, or even RWBY, or even Totally Spies, but I still do like this show. It's my fourth favorite, but I still do like the show a whole lot. I still do. I do think that it's pretty inventive, though I do like RWBY more. I like Totally Spies more. I really, especially like Witch more. But I still do like Star vs. the Wars of Evil. It's a nice cartoon. It does some inventive stuff. I do like the two lead characters in Star Butterfly and Marco Diaz. I do think that they're both interesting characters. The series does interesting stuff that makes me want to keep watching. So yeah, good story, good characters, good animation, good music, really catchy opening theme, and even the ending theme's cool. Good action and good humor, good voice acting. Yeah. Anyways, I might as well just go ahead and watch it. I'm on Disney Plus. I got the version with commercials, but there's no commercials on Star Wars Force Evil, so I can just watch the thing though all the way through. And yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it. And yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it. All right. So yeah. Um, I'm gonna hit play, and then as soon as the video finishes buffering, then I'll tell you guys to hit play. All right. So yeah. Let's just go ahead and watch episode 6 of Star versus the Force of Evil. Alright, so yeah, this is the 6th episode of Star versus the Force of Evil. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna hit play on my end right about now. You guys do the same thing. 3, 2, 1, press in, play. There we go. I do like the opening theme. From another dimension. Yeah, from another dimension. Alright. Alright. Catchy intro. Really good. Definitely, like, compared to the theme song, The Winx Club, it's definitely a bit of an upgrade. Way better theme song. Yes, Star vs. Force Evil. Alright, let's go ahead and watch it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Alright. Time to go. Alright. Wow. Oh my goodness. Alright. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh, nobody must see me with all these freaking purple hearts on my face. At least when they're a boy, at least. The boys can't see me. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh my goodness. Of course, in Spanish, and there's subtitles. Oh my goodness. Of course, you got more of these purple hearts coming at you. Oh my goodness. All these purple hearts. Yeah, that's the book, alright. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Mewberty. Oh my goodness, that's what it's called. Mewberty. Mewberty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, that's not gonna scare kids at all. It just won't be the case. Well, you gotta feed the pudding though. Why can't he get it himself? Why he needs Margot to feed him? Don't know. Oh my goodness. with 6 arms? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Gloss circle, that's the character. Oh my goodness. All these vines. Oh my. Look at all the students trapped. Yeah, that's Star in her Mewberty form. That's why she's trapping all the boys. Okay, it's like, oh my goodness, this girl's getting out of control with all these multi-arms and stuff. Somebody should just come in and stop her before she causes too much damage to all the boys in the school. Like, this freaking girl, Mewberty. Mewberty makes a girl wanna cause rampage, lay waste to pretty much, well, just over boys, makes her wanna lay waste to everything. Just to get a boy to date. Oh my goodness. Okay. She finally out of her immunity phase now? Oh my goodness. She's growing wings. Not quite. She can't quite fly yet. Anyways, that's the end of that episode. Now we move on to the next episode. That supposed to be like the magic mirror or anything of that nature? Oh my. Oh my. Playing a prank. like, don't do too much prank calls, or else your service is gonna get suspended. Oh my goodness. They want to come along too. Oh my goodness. Oh, just because they didn't pay their bill, at least that's what the episode, that's what I got from it. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. You can also pay with, card. Well, I guess that they're meant to be be using like a credit card, which is why you got regular cash. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. At first I was thinking, well, maybe that strawberry's not, in the spell, which is why it's not working. But it's like a cell phone tower. The lower that you're at, the less of the signal that you're gonna get. Kind of like Miraculous, what I watched earlier. Oh my God. Well, does this fairy want to eat this poor, boy? Because she said, oh, that he looked delicious. Or you want to screw the guy? I don't know. Why can't you just use your wings? No, you need to use a cart to chase after him. Okay. Okay. You even got a chainsaw with it. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised that this fairy don't turn to no chainsaw like that anime Chainsaw Man. Oh my goodness. I just want to watch Chainsaw Man, honestly. I've been enjoying Chainsaw Man a whole lot. Oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness. Like, uh, oh my god. Uh, 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 really? Really, guys? We're gonna go there? Oh my goodness, you guys. And that's it. Oh my goodness. Alright, anyways, decent episode of Star vs. the Wars of Evil. Did more than Miraculous or Winx Club, I'll say that. You definitely did more than Miraculous or Winx Club, I'll definitely say that right now. Um, the two episodes, the Mewberty and the service provider, um, they're both good segments. They're both decent segments. I like them a lot more than Miraculous or Winx Club. It was pretty decent. I mean, decent story, still the same likable characters, good animation, good music, good voice acting, good, uh, some good action, some good weird humor, but still good action. I'll give this episode I'll give it a good hit rating. All right, so yeah, this episode of Star vs. the Voice of Evil gets a good hit rating for me. And that's gonna do it for this episode of Girl Power. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the Visceral Grounds with Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, and Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles. And then tomorrow late at night will be the same thing that I just did right now with Girl Power, with RWBY, Totally Spies, Witch, and Star Wars: The Force of Evil. I'm considering dropping Miraculous and Winx Club because they're doing absolutely jack squat for me. They're barely doing anything that keeps my interest. So I'm just gonna dump these two shows like that and just move on. I'm gonna make this a shorter block now with RWBY. Yeah, RWBY, Totally Spies, Witch, and Winx, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. No more Miraculous. No more Winx Club. I've moved on from those shows. Those has been doing jack squat for me. Anyways, yeah. Tomorrow night I'll be back with Girl Power with RWBY, Totally Spies, Witch, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. That'll be tomorrow night. And then Monday will be the Visceral Grounds with Breaking Bad, Terminator, and Sons of Anarchy. Tuesday will be Light Tea with Clanad, Oshinoko, Anohana, and Your Lie in April. Wednesday will be Spies Love in a Dark Trio with Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, and Spy Family. Even honestly, Jujutsu Kaisen's been a better show than Miraculous or Winx Club. I'd just rather watch Jujutsu Kaisen, honestly. Even Jujutsu Kaisen, as decent and as I like this show. I think that it's an okay, decent show, but it's definitely overhyped. Even then, I'd rather watch Jujutsu Kaisen over Winx Club or Miraculous. Jujutsu Kaisen's doing more, and I do think that it's an okay show, but it's overhyped. But even that show's doing more than for me than Miraculous or Winx Club. But anyways, like I was saying, Wednesday will be Spies Love in the Dark Trio with Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, and Spy Family. Then Thursday will be the fun anime hour with My Dress Up Darling and Don Da Don. My Dress Up Darling is okay, but even then, I say that show's doing more for me than Miraculous or Winx Club. At least the costume that they made for Marin was cool. I do think that's a bit cliche and a bit overhyped. But I don't hate the show. I think that it's an okay, decent show. But even then, I'd rather watch My Dress Up Darling over Winx Club or Miraculous. But yeah, Thursday will be the fun anime hour with My Dress Up Darling and Don Da Don. And then next Friday, will be the exact same thing with Girl Power. With RWBY, Totally Spies, Witch, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Alright, so yeah. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for me for this episode of Girl Power. This will be the last time that I react to Winx Club and Miraculous. I'm dumping these shows because they've been doing jack squat. They've barely been doing anything for me to keep my interest. And yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it for me for Girl Power, and I'll see you tomorrow afternoon for the Visceral Grounds with Breaking Bad, Terminator, and Sons of Anarchy. Alright, so yeah, that's gonna do it for me for Girl Power. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the Visceral Grounds. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Alright, so yeah, this is the Cartoon Man 13 sign off saying, so long, take care, and peace. Wham!